Hello everybody, and by everybody I mean Minarian, because I believe you're the only one here, unless somebody else is here as well. Yeah, so today we're going to be writing up some Troika classes, and it's gonna be exciting. So, what I was doing for the past few days is I have been writing up this thing called the Iron Rod, which is kind of like my own little setting. It's kind of weird to describe. It's like, what do you think of when you think of the Iron Rod? That's the world, that's the thing. I think those are some very evocative words. So what I did was I wanted to come up with some custom Troika classes. So let's go over to my screen for a bit. Also, hopefully this music isn't too loud. I can down it if you want. Actually, I'll down it a little bit. There we go. That should be okay, I hope. Okay, so going to my screen. Oh, there we go, get rid of that. So basically I have a bunch of these classes, 36 of them. And every day what I do is I roll a d66, and that's the thing that I work on. This is the overview of the classes. You have the Barbed Armature, or the Pustule Face, or the Hallucinogenic Knight, or the Rut Sponge, or the Insect Rider, or the Omen Gambler. So there's a bunch of weird things in here. The Wire Doppelganger, the Clay Progeny, Bear. We have just a bear here. It's just a bear. I should probably zoom this in. Can I zoom it in? Can I zoom this in? Yeah, there we go. A little bit. I won't actually be typing this out. I'll actually be writing on a notebook because I want to talk a bit about that. But yeah, I've made a bunch of this stuff, and I've also written out some of them already. So let me read to you one of them if I can look over my multi-camera setup here, which the arm is getting in the way of the monitor. What is Troika, by the way? I might not be on the same page. Oh yeah, so Troika is this... I should probably explain what Troika is first. Let me grab the rule book here. Oh my god, I hope I don't knock everything over. It's always a risk. Troika is an RPG, and it descends from Advanced Fighting Fantasy. It's a very British RPG, but the thing that's cool about it is that you can roll a d66 and get your class from that. So I'm gonna zoom this out a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna roll d66. We got 36. So our class is... let's see. So there's 36 classes in here. We are a Monkey Monger. Here are our possessions, our advanced skills, and yeah, we got a bunch of monkeys. So that's is a very simple system, but it has very flavorful backgrounds, and I really like how simple a lot of the mechanics are in this as well. But it gets weird where like some of the mechanics go really in depth for stuff like where is it? There's like some really complicated rules on drowning, for example, which is like, I found really funny and charming. And the initiative system is very weird. Drowning, there we go. But yeah, it's just an RPG. And I wanted to make a bunch of classes for it. I also basically made some art and some layout for a Troika zine thing, which might also kind of help better understand what it is. I have it somewhere here. I'll get it. I'll be right back. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's here. So it's Weird War, Luke Gearing. Again, you just roll a d66 and you get a cool class. So let's do that. 61. Okay, cool. So we get a bureaucrat seer. Within the swirling miasma of numbers, schedules, and bureaucracy is chaos. Where there is chaos, some can divine prophecy. You may not work in tea leaves, but you can tell fortunes. You have skills in paper pushing, forming, filling, hiding, and entrepreneurship. That word. Also, this is fixed in the actual PDF, I think. I think I saw this mistake and I fixed it in there. You have a rifle, you have some bullets, you have cigarettes, and you have chocolate. Your special is you roll all dice pertaining to lengths of deployment and downtime. These are your prophecies. So you have like some other stuff, like for example, I think one of my favorites was the medic. So I did this photo bashed art for it, and it's like this medic who is conjoined with another medic. So you actually like do operations when the other one is asleep. So you're always working. No matter if like the other half of you is asleep, then you're working. If you're asleep, then the other half of you is working. So yeah. There's some really cool class. The photographer, where like a butterfly pinned to a corkboard, a moment stuck in amber, all motion frozen. The camera makes and kills worlds. Does that make you God? Entrepreneurship, Entersen, and I'm not. I don't know if that's true, Jack, but I mean it could be. I don't know how to pronounce it, so. Entrepreneur. I'm not even gonna try. I give up. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be making some classes for Troika. So I'll show you some stuff that I've already made. Okay, so hello Caustic. Okay, so these are the classes that I have written up. For the ones that I've actually detailed out, let me read this one out. The Devoured Puppeteer. While painful, being swallowed whole by a barbed worm isn't all bad. As a master of manipulation, you pull the strings from within the belly of the beast, and there are oh so many to pull. Possessions: you have torn flesh, 2d6 entangled wooden puppets, barbed worm claws, and barbed wire skin that acts as modest armor. Advanced skills: you have strength, ensnare, worm disguise, pain tolerance, and claw fighting. There you go. So yeah, I also drew up like what that might look like. So I have that as this is the Devoured Puppeteer. So every class I'm doing a drawing, and I'm also doing a description of it. Let's go to another one. Let's go to the Rod Sponge, which I've written up. After the incident, the iron rod does not kill you, and you can even absorb it from others. You have taken up the mission of purification, blotting out filth with flesh. Long-term exposure to the rod has turned your blood and skin a purplish black, the surface rippling as thick sludge flows through toughened veins. Many consider you a blasphemous, unnatural monster and the personification of the rod, a reminder of the price of martyrdom. Possessions: a plague doctor's mask, an oversized coat, crossbow, makeshift medical kit. Advanced skills: you run. You can run because you probably run a lot from people. Crossbow fighting: you have some strength because of you know, all those thick veins. Awareness, healing, and one random spell. So what will that look like? That will look like something like this. So yep, basically I'm making these classes, I'm drawing them out, and I'm planning to put them all into a zine of some kind, along with, if possible, some kind of like hex crawl map or setting or adventure or something, and some monsters as well in the bestiary. So I've also written up one more actually that I haven't drawn yet. Wire Doppelganger. You are a writhing mess of thin wires, able to transform into other forms. Intent, effort, and something else bends the wires into shape and changes their colors into a crude facsimile. The wires still writhe and struggle in your new form, barely within your control. Possessions: thousands of thin iron wires acting as modest armor, a punctured beating heart, and you have the skill to ensnare, intimidate, or transform. See special. You can painfully transform into anything up to the size of an adult human. The transformation is convincing, but only from afar. They're gnarly. Yeah, that's the idea. Like the world is called the Iron Rod. So I didn't have any like clear idea of what the Iron Rod was. Until I wrote down like what it actually does with the Iron Concert, which are these guys who sprint the Iron Rod. And it basically results in you getting the Fettered Curse, which is like veins are made rigid as iron wire and the blood turns black. Yeah. And in order to fix it, you have to be bled out, and it's highly dangerous unless administered by a specialist. So I thought today it will be fun if we whoa, that's not where. Yeah, there we go. If we rolled some dice and we figured out like something to write, like figured out one of the things to write, and I'll be writing it in my notebook, not on the computer, because I want to do some sketching as well. Alright, so I'm gonna zoom this in a little bit so you can see the dice, and 25. Today we're gonna work on the Nightmare Thief. We're gonna work on as many as we can work on. Nightmare Thief. We might actually change what the title is if we don't like it enough. Of course, like all this subject to change. But Nightmare Thief sounds good already. You want to know more about 36? The Weatherman, yeah. I didn't even know what... Does he control the weather? Does he tell the weather? I don't know. We'll figure that out. So, yeah. Let's actually go to my notebook here. And this notebook is from Blark. Thank you, Blark, for the notebook. He also gave me this shirt. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it. Look at this. It's the Meathead shirt. I'm playing in a campaign, an OD&D campaign, and this is our official campaign shirt. Maybe I can stand up and show you guys more of it. It's oversized as shit. But it's good. It's cool. It's comfortable. Born to Die world is a fuck. I'm a dungeon man. Okay, cool. Alright, so yes. Thank you, Blark, for the awesome birthday present. I have started drawing in this notebook, as you can see. And I want to fill up a page or two every single day. World is a fuck. That's true, that's true. It's true. So I haven't keyed this out, but, you know, ignore that, ignore that. This was me helping him playtest the new Meathead system. We all died, but that's the map that we got. And we got an empty page. And we will be talking about the Nightmare Thief in this empty page. So, I don't want to write like very elaborate prose today, I just want to get the scaffolding done and some ideas down. Alright? So, he also gave me this pencil, thank you, Blark. Thank you for everything, Blark. So, we're gonna write down 25. Nightmare Thief. If this doesn't show up well on the camera, I can always change the pencil out to a friction pen, but let's see how well that shows up. That's pretty good, actually. That's not bad. Let me take a look, see whether that's... Yeah, that's visible. I think that's visible. So Nightmare Thief. Okay. Are you keeping the theme of all the classes having an infliction of some sort? Not really. I just kinda... I don't want them to be too similar-ish in that regard. I want them to be kind of like, who will you meet in this fucked up world, you know? So not in that particular regard, yeah. Like, I just want to think of the words the iron rod and what comes to mind, and then I just make those things. It's not a very structured way of working, but I think it allows me to write every day and get some practice in, while also being able to make something hopefully cool. Okay, a Nightmare Thief. How will you steal a nightmare? This feels very similar to the Rot Sponge, actually. You know, like the one who will like actually absorb the illness from other people. Nightmare Thief seems like the same thing. So maybe we could change it to Dream Thief? Question mark on that? I'm not sure. I feel like changing it to Dream Thief might be better. Or... That reminds me of like the Elric books. There were always like some kind of like dream thieves in those, right? The ones by Michael Moorcock. Stealing memories and using people's fears against them. I like that. I like that. Memory thief, memory thief. Trauma thief, trauma thief. Oh, I hope trauma thief sounds horrible. I like that actually. Trauma thief. Trauma visionary? The trauma seer? That sounds stupid. That sounds really stupid. I like that though. Like, I like being able to steal memories and use people's fears against them. So, the trauma Isn't there like a field of study called thaumaturgy? The traumaturgist. I like that. Thaumaturgy is like blood science thing, right? Or is that my blood magic? It's blood magic, right? Is that correct? I might be making this up. I think thaumaturgy is like blood magic. So it's like traumaturgist. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so traumaturgist, I think is what we're gonna go with. They could be psychologists of the world helping people getting over trauma and PTSD. Yeah, I think that's good, but also they could use it against them. So they can essentially absorb their traumas or make them relive their worst. Yeah, make them relive. Yeah, I got it. Make others relive their worst or confront. Yeah, maybe confront their worst memories. I do like that. Yeah. Something like that. Traumaturgy. Yeah. Traumaturgy. Make others confront their worst memories, and that can be used for good or for ill, right? I do like that. And that's about like I kind of like am trying to stick to the theme of like Troika, so I am indeed like trying to get the advanced skills and the possessions in. So what would a traumaturgist have on them? And I just want to get this skeleton of a framework out, and then I'll you know, tidy it up, make it more readable, nicer to read anyway, like prose in my own spare time. But I want to do some sketches of what it might look like, and also the possessions and skills. That's the main thing that I want to get done, like the scaffolding. Scaffolding, that's the word. Maybe they could steal the bad memories and use it against their enemies. I like that, yeah. Like, I don't need to go too much detail on how they do that. Like, bottled trauma. Yeah, like D6 bottled trauma. Yeah, we're doing it. D6 bottled trauma. Lurky, hello Hugo. Yeah, I like it. It's just bottled up, like in regular bottles, just like, yeah. Or maybe they're not regular bottles. That's up to the person to decide. When I was talking to Luke, who wrote this, Luke Gearing wrote this. I was the guy who like did art and laid it out, but he wrote this. I was asking him for advice, and he said, present an idea, but also ask a question. And the question will be like, how the hell does he get these things to come out of people's brains, right? Some sort of summoner. Yeah, it might be an actual like psychologist, but I don't want to answer that question. I want to present this idea of somebody who grabs out trauma, almost like tendrils. Tendrils. Okay, maybe like that will work. Medical equipment, like I think tendrils will work. I like the idea of like sucking out the trauma through shadowy tendrils. Yeah, sure, tendrils. Shadow tendrils, maybe. Yeah, that works. Tendrils, as in not the letter. Tendrils as in like tentacles. Yeah. But tendrils works as well. That's actually even more horrifying. Or drills that are tentacles. Tentacle drills. No, we're sticking with this. Shadow tendrils. Some sort of summoner who makes physical embodiments of the target's pains and such. Yeah, I can see that. So he uses these tendrils to basically suck out the trauma and also manifest it. Manifest it by like opening the bottle, essentially, right? Yeah, okay. I think like the trauma is bottled trauma bracket solid, and there is a skill of 3 in trauma manifestation. So the trauma by itself is like toxic, but like you can manifest it essentially. Tentacles or tentacles. I don't like the direction that this is going. I refuse to answer. So we got 3 trauma manifestation, which is pretty fucked up. Lie detection? Lie detection is... Awareness will be good, because there's a base Troika skill. 2 awareness. I'm assuming they'll be pretty aware. Let me actually look at the base Troika skills, because we might be able to get some ideas of that. Sneak skill. Do you think so? I think that might work, yeah. Let's see. I think sneak skill will work. But let's also look at like let's look at like some skills that we got here. Second sight. The detection of magic. Oh, I think that's good. Yeah, like second sight. Second sight and sneak. Is there anything else? Second sight and sneak. And etiquette. Oh, healing? Okay, I think I got it. So, I got it. We have healing, second sight, and sneak. Maybe not healing. Second sight, yeah, second sight and sneak. And dark cloak. Yes, they definitely should. Yes. Second sight. And maybe 1 sneak. Alright, so a large cloak. The rod sponge guy had that, but there's, I think large goggles will be better. Large goggles. Like oversized goggles. Like mad scientist goggles. Languages and evaluating. Oh, that's good. That's great. Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, like they're... Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah. Maybe that would be 2. Okay, 2 in languages. So they might be able to like be able to tell what other people... They have like a knowledge of other people's languages. And we can just draw what they might look like. I'm immediately thinking of like mad scientists. So like I'm just thinking like something like this, right? But like the goggles are above his head. Something like that. That's immediately what I'm thinking of. Maybe I should use postcards for the actual drawing. But like... I'm thinking like yeah, something like this, where like his hair is all scraggly and stuff. And he hasn't slept forever, so there's like huge eye bags. Like there's huge eye bags because he has all this weight of this stuff on him. And he's like, he looks kind of like the Unabomber, you know, like the guy, the eco-terrorist. Kind of looks like that. Hello, Jess. Hello. Good morning. Yeah, he kind of looks like the Unabomber a little bit. Okay, there you go. I feel like that's actually, yeah, I feel like with bushier eyebrows, they'll basically be, that's the Nightmare Thief. Well, not Nightmare Thief anymore. That's the Traumaturgist. We're replacing that. And yeah, the goggles. We have the bottles as well. So maybe he's like holding up a bottle. Maybe he's like, yeah, let's say like he's holding up a bottle. Like this, right? Like yeah, like we can show a bit of it. And there's like some fucked up shit in there. Yeah, like that. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That's our Traumaturgist. Maybe we have a lab coat as well. Lab coat? Nah, that's too much. I think like the tendrils need to show themselves in some regard though. So I'm thinking... Oh, the tendrils come off the eyes. The tendrils come off the eyes. That's why he wears the goggles. Boots that make no sound when used in a room when someone's sleeping in it. Otherwise they're just normal boots. Oh, I can't go too specific, I think, with these classes. Not as specific as that anyway. But I might use that for something else when we do the next class, because we're gonna do a few of these. But let's do like the eye tendrils. Let me read. Maybe Traumaturgists can't use their abilities on themselves. I love that idea. I'll write that down. I'll figure out how to like put it into the prose. But I love that idea. Weighed down by trauma. Literally and also metaphorically. Because they have these as solid forms, right? And these are like shadow-eyed tendrils. Do you think this makes sense? Like they basically have eye tendrils? Let's... Like that. And they basically like see into other people's like they see into other people's like minds that way. So like we have like something like this going on here. Yeah. Yes, I like this. I actually prefer the side shot way more. It feels like a lot more, I don't know, like maybe he's looking in that direction. Yeah, like he's looking there. Like there's like these tendrils coming out of his eyes. And like maybe he's like holding and contemplating a jar of like trauma. Yeah, there you go. You know, like just do something like that there. Nice. Okay, yeah. I think that's good. Yeah, like something like this where it's like kind of from the side. Can't really tell what he's looking at. I think this will work. That's you, basically. That's your traumaturgist right there. I feel like they should be filthy as well, so I'll just like add a bit there. I'll obviously draw this up in a lot more detail later on, but for now, we're just like doing a base sketch here. You know, just being real loose with it. The tendrils fall off when he blinks. Oh no, that'll be bad. Think like, yep. Alright, that's our traumaturgist. We should put like a gap here, and we will move on to the next one. Okay, so this is 25. I should erase that actually. Traumaturgist. I'll have to make sure that the Turgist part is correct. It's a TH, not a T, right? I think that's correct. Okay. Alright, cool. Next one up. Let's roll up. Let's see. What's the next one? Oh, 32. 32. A blood conjurer, I don't like that. We just did like something similar, so I don't want to do that today. So we roll 35. Insane child. Oh, it's without a TH. Okay, I'll erase that. We got insane child. That's one of the ones that I have no idea what to do for it, so that's gonna be fun. We rolled up insane child, and that's all we have to go on. Insane child. I feel like insane child might be a bad idea too. Because I feel like there's a similar Troika class already. There's like, I think there's this Troika class called like Child of Vengeance or something. Okay, let me check that real quick. Wasn't there like a class in Troika which was just like this very violent child? I feel like there was. Might be wrong, but... Oh, here we go! Oh my god. Vengeful child. Your village was burned down by ruffians. Or your mother was beheaded by snake cultists. Or your father was hung by corrupt officials. You wield a fucking great axe. Oh my god. Basically Guts from Berserk, really. Think about it. Huh. Okay, maybe we shouldn't go with Insane Child. Child of the Rot? Yeah, like born in these times, right? You might... Yeah, Child of the Rot, maybe. Child of Rot? I don't think I want Insane Child, but like some kind of child. Child of the Boil. Pustule Child. Oh, that sounds disgusting. Maybe something that infected their mother at birth. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. A too large fetus. Fetal. Fetal being? Like something that's still a fetus and has grown up but is still a fetus with the umbilical cord and with essentially just like red flesh. And that's disgusting actually. That's actually fucking disgusting. I mean, maybe I shouldn't do that. That's too disgusting. No, let's not do that. That's too much. Is that too much? Maybe a psionic type child in a straitjacket that levitates. Oh, I like that. Psionic child. The prodigy. Yeah, the prodigy. Okay, the prodigy. I think fetal prodigy is good. Yeah, maybe it's a bit too much. I think maybe just prodigy is good. Yeah, just prodigy. And they can do psionics. I think that's a good one. Like, we need some somewhat normal ones as well, right? Didn't D&D have a dungeon boss be a giant baby? I think they've done stuff like that. Like, Keep on the Borderlands had like that room with like the orc mothers and babies. So those were just regular babies as well, right? So, you know, yeah, they've done that. They've done that kind of stuff. Okay, prodigy. I don't know. What would the prodigy be? Okay, so they're gonna be a child for sure. Psionic powers. And maybe they were alienated as a result. Or maybe they're just because I'm not including a lot of spellcasters in this world, so maybe they just know a lot of spells. Yeah, maybe they just know a lot of spells. I kind of like the idea of like a prodigy who, like, just a child, just a normal kid, but like the drawing of it. So I'm gonna start with drawing for this one, right? Elemental Evil had a god fetus as the big bad. That is pretty metal. That's pretty metal as fuck. Okay, let's draw like this child. I'm just drawing like this is not a good drawing of a child, but sure. Yeah, that's fine actually. That's not that bad. Okay, to do that, then we'll like have some crazy shit going on here, like that kind of thing. Like, yeah, like that's some kind of like psionic hellscape going on around his brain basically. And he's just like normal kid. Maybe like and then tattered rags, something. There you go. I feel like that's what I think of when I think of the prodigy. Read entrails, but only on themselves. Okay, no, I don't want to do that for a child. We might do that for some other class, but not for a child. No, I'm not good with that. I think this is a fairly normal class. I mean, it's not normal, it's a fucking psionic powered child, but I feel like we need some normal ones in there, somewhat anyway. Like, this is fucking out there, so I think we should have some normal ones. So let's see, then we can move on to the more fun, crazy one later, but let's move on to possessions and advanced skills. Yep, skills. So I'm just gonna say that I'm not even gonna define what kind of magic they can do. I'm just gonna say a bunch of random spells. Like 3 random spells. And then they also have, what will the child growing up in this environment have as a skill? Sneaking is good, right? 2 sneak. And 2 awareness. Or 3 awareness because they're like a prodigy. I think that's good. Just that is good enough. Hello! Hello, Phil! Let's see. Read entrails but only on themselves. That's fair. That's fantastic. Auto haruspecs. I don't know what that is. But reading entrails on yourself sounds pretty gnarly. Sounds pretty fucked up. Welcome to the stream. Okay. So I kind of like that. Like possessions, rags, uh, photo of mother, and toy of some sort. I'll let them figure out what kind of toy. But I think this one is one of those where we don't have to be too detailed. In fact, it's better if we don't be. Yeah, like about, yeah, exactly, a child's toy. That's good. I actually think this is perfect. I want to draw another one just to, let's just draw a few just to like I do like this hairstyle, so I'm gonna keep it. But let's try like a different. Let's like try without the eyes there. And let's try. It's kind of like a halo thing around him. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't like this pattern as much. I think it's pretty good, but I prefer the first one still. Yeah, and I like the eyes showing as well still. Maybe not the eyes showing, but I definitely like the pose of the first one way more. Maybe if it wraps around? Nah, not really. I think that's... I think, yeah, I think that works actually. Don't need to like think too hard about some of these ones. Maybe, wait, I got an idea. So the same hairstyle, but they're looking downwards. So they're looking downwards, and this like from a shot from above, so their ears are gonna be upwards here. And they're like large ears, and he's kind of like, you're looking at him from above, right? And then, yeah, that's a lot better, I think. I can't see his eyes. Yep, I think this is the good one. We should go for this. Yep. Maybe he's holding a... Maybe... I mean, the prodigy doesn't have to be male. So maybe they're holding a like... Firstly, we can make them female. Possibly? Would that look better? Yeah, with this? Without the eyes? I'm not sure. Well, we'll try it out. But like, let's say they're holding on to some kind of toy in the drawing. Would that work out? Like a stuffed teddy bear? And then maybe they're like holding the other hand out like that. Oh, I kind of like that actually. That's kind of nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, there you go. I think that's the one that I'm gonna go with. Alright. Do they speak in tongues? Perhaps on a failed spell roll or something. That one I'll actually leave to the person who gets that class, because a lot of these I'm trying to make as vague as possible. So I was saying it earlier, but I want to present an idea, but I want to ask a bunch of questions of the person who reads it as well. I think one of those questions will be, yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's like, one of those questions will be, what will happen if they fail the spell, depending on what kind of psionic powers they have, what kind of spells they have, I think. Also, there's like spell failure rolls in Troika already. There's the oops table and stuff, so I think that's good to go. I think we're good. Let's make one more. So we got a Traumaturgist. We got the Prodigy. Let's make one more. And then I don't think we'll flesh these out on stream, but these are great ideas. Thank you so much, guys, for like weighing in on these. This actually helps me a lot. Okay, let's roll up this next one. 51. What is it? The Pain Seeker. Oh my god. Pain Seeker. That sounds like some kind of a BDSM thing. which that sounds pretty normal to me actually, considering the rest of the stuff in here. So let's re-roll that. I want a crazy one to work on today. 31? The Omen Gambler. Oh, I like that. Okay, Omen Gambler. We're going for the Omen Gambler. 31, Omen Gambler. This actually came to me in the form of like the idea of like Troika has a luck system, right? And I was thinking like the luck system is not utilized enough, and I felt like I could maybe do something with it mechanically with this class. Let's look at the luck thing actually. Let's see. Luck. For Troika. Luck. There we go. Gaining or losing luck. Use of luck in combat. Luck versus death. So I think they can give other people their luck, which is usually not allowed. And they can also they can gamble to make their situation worse or better. The GM is not largely. Wait, they can already do that essentially. Alright. Yeah. Maybe they have an advantage on that roll. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Yeah. Something like that. I think this is more of a mechanics based class than the other ones. Let me leave this page open just so I don't forget. Like, leave it there for the moment. Okay, so Omen Gambler is gonna use luck essentially. What will they even look like? Okay, so this is more I have to actually like write out their special at some point. So special, their possessions, skills. You have a 2 at cheating. Cheating and gambling, cheating. Deception. Maybe, yeah, not cheating. Deception. Alright. So they have a 2 in deception. Sleight of hand. 3 in sleight of hand. So they're good at regular gambling as well. Alright. Deception, sleight of hand. And the mechanics wise, I'm thinking just an advantage on the luck roll, but that seems weak to me. Maybe every time you rolled your luck. Yeah, every time you roll your luck, you see whether it runs out. Instead of like it reducing over time, it stays at a constant value, but if you roll a d6 and you get a 1, you lose the luck, all your luck. That's you gambling your luck. They should probably have a bonus to cheating as well. Deception and cheating. I'm not sure. Because deception kind of. I have to think about that, but I'm not sure. They definitely have cards, right, on them. Deck of cards. Deck of modified card. Deck of like yeah, deck of cards. I'm just gonna say. I'm not gonna say like modified or anything. Old deck of cards. Yeah, old deck of cards. What else would they have? Tarot cards is good. Yeah. Let's go with tarot cards. Old deck of tarot cards. That's perfect. That's great. Yeah. Old deck of tarot cards. I don't think that they'd have some kind of like sunglasses. I think is a good one. This seems very out of place in this setting, but I think it's fine. We'll go with it. Maybe not sunglasses. Maybe sunglasses is fine. Yeah. Tarot deck is good. Something a magician uses. Yeah, I was thinking a marked deck of cards. Marked deck of tarot cards sounds really cool actually. Like, what will you use that for, right? Yeah, no, I think this is good enough. I think I feel like there needs to be one more. You know what? Maybe not sunglasses, maybe a blindfold. That sounds like cooler to me. Lucky coin is good. No, I like that lucky coin. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. Lucky coin. Lucky coin, blindfold, and marked deck of tarot cards. That's perfect. Deception, sleight of hand, and special is when testing luck. Do not reduce. If d6 and you roll a 1, then no more luck until rest. Yeah, I'll write this up properly later on, but that's fine enough for now. What's the description? I feel like this actually speaks for itself, but what do I put in the description? I feel like a simple sentence like something they would say, like one sentence is good enough. Like, are you feeling lucky? Which sounds like Dirty Harry. That's just a Dirty Harry quote. That's not, no, I'm not gonna use that. Are they blind then? I think I'm gonna leave that open to interpretation. I like the idea that they have a blindfold on. Omen Gambler, I just want one sentence, like, the house always wins, but not against you? When you gamble against fate. Something about gambling against fate. Gambling against fate. I don't know, like, that sounds corny as fuck, but I'm gonna go with it. Chaos of Control. I like that. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna steal that whole cloth. That's stolen. It's stolen now. I really like that. Chaos and Control are two sides of the same coin. I like that. I like that. I'm stealing that. You'll get... I was gonna say you're gonna get some of the royalties, but I might actually sell this as a book. So I'm not gonna say that. Chaos and Control are two sides of the same coin. That's perfect. Thank you. That's actually perfect. Chaos and Control are two sides of the same coin. And then that's it. And then the Omen Gambler. I think I know what they look like actually. Just like have a blindfold on like that. And I want them looking away from the camera. Like that, right? Like that, right? Like looking away. And like... And they're looking at something that we can't see. Right? They're looking away from us. I think I'm just gonna make this an abstract drawing actually. I'm gonna have like a tarot, like a bunch of like cards coming out of his head. Yeah, maybe some of these can be more abstract. Yeah, I think that works. Is that too much? I don't think it is. I think that's good. Yeah. He's too muscular. Where's my razor? Like that. Yeah, then I'll just like cut off the head there. Like that. I won't even draw like the coat or anything. I think just this is good enough. Maybe like it leaking down. Like that. Okay, this is a bit too artsy compared to the other ones. I kind of want the other ones to be a bit more artsy now. But that's good, I think. The Omen Gambler. I like this so much. I think this might be my favorite one actually. Thank you all for your help. This is awesome. Okay, there you go. Actually, that's pretty abstract. I think that works. This is the guy who was like, nah. feel like I could improve this a lot more. The shadow tendrils, well, I could figure out some other time, but like I think you know what I think will be better, like if I show the whole body, like he's hauling a huge backpack, like a huge, like, you know, maybe he's holding like a sack of these trauma jars. Like he's holding it in one hand, right? Like he's doing this. And he's like kind of like showing like the trauma jars. Do I have enough space to draw this? Like in the... I don't want it to be too messy. Oh, I actually kinda like that. I think that kinda works. That actually kinda works. As an alternative, you could have the tendrils just be shadows on the wall behind. Yeah. Maybe that makes it more abstract as well, and I like that. But let's see whether it will work with like the eyes. I think it could, maybe. Like, I'll have to try both and see which one works, but that's a good suggestion. Thank you. How long have we been live for? I was aiming for about an hour today, because I'm still... So I don't want to bring the mood down, especially since we made these awesome things, but I need to give a health update. It's bad. It's pretty bad. Most days I'm in pretty bad condition, which is why I've been streaming less as well. But today I'm feeling a bit better. Most of the day today I was feeling very dazed. But after some dinner and all that, I feel better, which is why I want to do this. But I don't want to do it too long, which is why I'm ending off in around an hour's time. I wanted to give an update on some stuff that I've been working on. So this is something that I've been working on for about a month. I've been playtesting it, I've been trying it out and stuff, and it's called Chaos Reigns. It's an OD&D combat hack, and I drew that cover. It's actually edited now by Jared Quader, so thank you so much, Jared, and Luke as well for like allowing me to use the Wolves weapon specials, and Cardell Stewart and Paul Van Kuren, they helped me out as well. And this is an OD&D combat hack that is inspired by Chainmail but streamlined some things. So I'm going to be putting this up on itch fairly soon, after I modify some stuff. Some stuff is still a bit vague, and I still need to do some more playtesting, even though I've been playtesting for about a good while. I've been playing a lot of it solo, but I've been also playtesting with like actual people. So this has been working out really well for like substituting into OD&D combat, especially with people who are not used to like chainmail-like combat. Yeah, so this will be releasing soon. Yep. That's the main update. I've been doing a bunch of other stuff as well. Been doing a bunch of writing, doing a bunch of art, but that's the main thing that I'm working on. And I think it will be released by, don't quote me on this, but probably next week or next week, after I get enough like playtesting in. Yep. Okay, so we got a bunch of our ideas out. I really like this Omen Gambler. Turns out that I think they're my favorite of the entire bunch. Even though I thought they were the one that's gonna be the most boring, but thanks to you guys and yeah, your awesome suggestions and stuff, I think we've made some interesting characters here. So I'll write this all up, I'll turn these into actual drawings, and yeah, I think we're done here. So thank you guys so much for coming by, appreciate it. We are currently at 56 minutes, so that's a good point to stop off. Well, 57 minutes. But let's see, thank you for coming Jack, thank you for coming Phil, Caustic, Lono, GS, Hugo, Minarian. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Yep, thank you all for coming by and hanging out. I really appreciate it every single time. It's always a blast. I hope to be able to finish this project by the time that my antibiotics end, so that I can start working on like commissions. But I want to finish all the classes by then. So that's probably achievable. Maybe it's a bit of a tight deadline, but probably achievable. Alright, yep. Let me switch over to... Okay, yep. See you guys. Goodbye, everybody.